Hi guys, you are welcome to the Finance Edge with Martin Maiwa. We'll be looking at the concept of strategy today. So, Henry Mintzberg proposed 5 P's of strategy, and this has been the bedrock in understanding what the concept of strategy actually stood for. So, according to Henry Mintzberg, there are 5 major P's that you need to understand in order to solidify different perspectives of your knowledge when it comes to strategic models and understanding all of the concepts that we'll be discussing going forward. So, in order to solidify your experience, it is important to understand strategy from this perspective. It shapes your thoughts and it helps you to also construct a better argument. According to Henry Mintzberg, he says strategy could be a plan and can be seen as a ploy, as a pattern, as a position, and as a perspective. And I'll be taking you through each of these 5 P's in the next few minutes. According to Henry Mintzberg, strategy as a plan simply means a formal way of setting targets, goals, objectives for businesses. So when you hold your annual meetings, your annual general meetings, and all of the strategic meetings in order to set a future goal for the business, we can say that you are going through a rational way of setting organizational plan. And this is what Henry Mintzberg calls strategy as a plan. Strategy as a plan simply means when you define a concrete plan of action to achieve a business success. So, Henry Mintzberg is looking at strategy from this concept, which is most common for businesses. We have this done annually and yearly, or maybe half yearly, I mean. Some even quarterly, they carry out what we call strategic business review. And it is in this process organization look into a formalized way of setting either a functional level strategy or a business level strategy or a corporate level strategy for their operations. So Henry Mintzberg looks at strategy from the point of a formalized system of setting goals. And that is what we mean by strategy as a plan. Strategy as a ploy holds a different perspective, which is the most commonest when it comes to discussion about business, contest, and commercial discussion. Most strategy are ploys. In fact, most business strategies that you see, either diversification or integration, are hinged on setting a way to gain competitive advantage. According to Henry Mintzberg, strategy as a ploy simply means when you set strategy to outfox, confuse, or disrupt your opponent, that is, your competitors. So, strategy in this perspective simply means you are interested in gaining competitive advantage, either through cost leadership or through differentiation. In fact, price war is a ploy. Most people engage in market penetration and all of the other growth strategies just because they want to edge their competitor and also want to remain relevant in the market. This is exactly what Mintzberg means by saying strategy as a ploy. The next one is strategy as a pattern. Strategy as a pattern simply means when you replicate an existing strategy that has proven in the past to be successful. We've seen situations in the world of football where a particular coach is known for a particular strategy to win a game, either being tactical or being defensive. So, the same thing in the business world. Most business borrow replicate also strategy that has proven to be successful. A good example is in the inventory management where you have just in time and also Lean Six Sigma. Most business look into what the Japanese approach or what has been done in some developed country and how can we make this work for us, or they can also look inward into their operation. A particular functional area might be successful in the area of managing conflict better, and they can as well borrow that strategy to solve issues relating to production departments. That is, when you emerge from existing method and replicate new success in new area. When you develop an habit of choosing strategies that has worked in the past, existing method that you have used that has proven to be much more productive, into a formalized system of operating the business, then this is what Henry Mintzberg is saying about strategy as a pattern. Strategy as a position is looking at a situational approach or an opportunistic view. That is, when you are looking at strategy from the perspective of position, it means you are considering your position. Strategies that are about being in the right place with the right people at the right time. This is called opportunistic approach. Some businesses excel and also boom during the COVID-19 pandemic, and some went into recession because of the opportunities and threats inherent in different environments. Most developed countries are able to curtail and manage the pandemic much more better than some underdeveloped or developing countries. So we can say COVID-19 happens to be an opportunity for some and also a threat for some. So positions is looking at the perspective of what your environment throws at you, your current situation, what you are currently represented in the market, your current reality in the market, how your competitors and your customers sees you. Then the next one is looking at perspective. Strategies that represent a unique viewpoint on the market or prediction of future trends. This is most commonest in a stock market environment where forecast, prediction are the main way to win in that kind of environment. Simulation of similar kinds in order to understand the market pattern and behavior can be a good way to develop a solid strategy to be a very good portfolio manager. So if you have a host of portfolio in terms of assets, you may want to look at the market trend and also the future trend and predict what the behavior of the market can look like in the next few months. These are the major ways to understand strategy rather than defining it as an action plan only. People only see strategy as a plan and also as a ploy, forgetting that there are other viewpoints to note about strategy. It depends on your understanding of all of the angles that you can see strategy from. So most strategy are positional. You take advantage of market because you are the market leader, you set the price, you monopolize the knowledge, and as such you are more at advantage because of your current position and the current time, the current innovation, evolution, solution, and lot of opportunities that you are privy to in that environment. So in summary, strategy as a plan simply means you formalize a systematic way of setting goals. And in the exam, you don't need to define strategy. All you need is to have full knowledge of all of these 5 P's. That is, you are able to connect the dots, you are able to be more open-minded, not to see strategy from only the point of view of plan or ploy, but from the point of view of pattern, position, and perspective. Because this is what is going to build your commercial acumen whenever you are addressing a case study scenario or you are solving any business-related issue. Mind you, strategy is when you leverage on your current resources and capabilities to maximize your results. So strategy is just a leverage. You can leverage on anything that you have as your core competencies in order to achieve your business objective. You can define strategy from this perspective as well. And lastly, strategy in business can create a unique selling edge. A unique selling edge which we call differentiation strategy, or a cost advantage through economies of scale, cost leadership approach. So you understanding the concept of strategy from these 5P's viewpoint will help you to be more open-minded, to connect all of the dots in the scenario given to you in the exam. And I will see you with the next video talking about levels of strategy, where we look at different layers of strategy in organization before we go into all of the necessary strategic models. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, because I'll be releasing this video from time to time and you don't want to miss out. I wish you all the very best, and I hope to see you in the comment section. Thank you.